did. It's helpful, you know?
Okay. We're going to get started. Thank you everybody for coming and welcome back. Pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-10, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by advertising such notice in the Home News Tribune, the Asbury Park Press, Board Office to Schools, and on Cablevision Channel 118, and Verizon Bios Channel 24, and by filing such notice with the Township Clerk. This meeting was scheduled for Tuesday, August 20th, 2019. The board will take formal action on payment of bills and other agenda items. Mr. Mayor?
The Old Bridge Township Board of Education acknowledges that the law of this state establishes that members of the public, including members of the board, have the right to record public board meetings using audio or video recording devices, provided that active recording does not interfere with the business of this public board meeting. Therefore, the board makes it known that any such recording is to be considered a private recording of the individual and in no manner represents the official record of this board. The board therefore takes no responsibility for such private recording and completely disavows any future use.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
DeCarroll.
Here.
Prima.
Here.
Dunn. Here. Ellis Foster.
Here.
Len.
Here.
Reed. Singh.
Here.
Silikowski.
Here.
Callie.
Here.
Quorum exists.
Please stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go ahead. I see we're going to have a moment of silence. Definitely. I need a volunteer to read the Code of Ethics for our first official meeting of the year.
Mr. Dunn will read the Code of Ethics, Madam President.
Dan, you just do that.
You're welcome.
Okay. And then we'll have a couple of the minutes. Report of the student representative.
You sworn in, you came in last year.
Yeah.
You did, but, you have his name, so I. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Little placard.
It's all right, it'll come to somebody. Okay. All right, and we're gonna have recognition?
Yes, there is a few recognition items.
Okay. Superintendent's report, progress toward goals, correspondence, special committee reports. Does anybody?
No, but I gotta follow up to mine. Colleagues, I sent everybody an email last week about one of the things we discussed at the meeting about cleaning the stand and learning how to upkeep the stand. It is happening tomorrow morning if anybody wants to go. PTSA representatives will be there, band parents will be there. I don't think anybody else, but that's, well, yeah, 6 people more than we had.
So you didn't get any response from any of the other organizations that used the stand?
The Rebels can't make it.
Okay.
I asked,
Do they need to be certified in this? They do.
they need at least one. They have somebody.
Okay.
But it just seems like somewhere we got lost as far as, I mean, originally I was taught everything and I pretty much remember everything except one part of the fryer, which kind of got a little out of hand last year. So I've been in touch with Michelle. She set up Echo Lab guys, no charge to anybody, no charge to us, no charge to the taxpayer. An Echo Lab gentleman and I think Kate Solano. So he's just gonna show them how to keep up with the maintenance, so hopefully they won't get out of hand again.
Okay.
PTSA did have a professional cleaning team come in, they paid for it,
Okay.
so it's apparently spotless right now, hopefully it'll stay that way.
I think what I'm trying to ask, I know what I'm trying to ask, is so that everybody's got somebody certified in everything.
Oh, that's
in order
always
to
been,
be
yeah.
there. Okay.
No, there's always,
No, I know we had a lot of,
as people
that-
move on,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's, as far as I know.
or
there's-
expired.
As far as I know, every group that uses it has somebody certified. The Rebels cannot be represented tomorrow to work.
Okay. So But you're not gonna have a report? You won't
No,
have a
no,
report?
no, no, I won't even be there.
No, okay, so there's no
No,
report
it's
next week?
just training, the VPs of athletics will be there, the PTSA president will be there, and 3 band parents.
Does anybody else, I don't recall from where we left off last year, no other committee reports? No, okay. We'll have facility of use. I'm sorry. Facilities use. Okay, so I'm gonna open up the floor to hearing of residents on agenda items only. Anybody? Okay, I'm gonna close that portion. Okay, so then we'll have the second reading of all of these policy updates.
So what would be,
Oh, except for
Very
number
lowest-
2
Very last one.
is the first reading, okay.
I'm asking the board to just revise this as, to me, I think from our intent when we first introduced this policy, that it was something that translated differently in language, or was a typo or something, I'm not sure. But we have a policy in place that allows parents, that didn't exist before. We just had an age, a date in which you had your child and wanted to go to first grade, regardless if they went to kindergarten anywhere else, it didn't matter, that they had to meet a date of October 1st. To this board and to this administration, that did not seem productive to the educational best efforts of that child and their family. So we wanted to visit the policy and give some administrative leeway from my office to review these situations and possibly allows children who have successfully completed a kindergarten to enter into first grade if they were 6 years old by the time the end of that December 31st school year of that year. So in doing so, we're looking at the policy the way it is now. There's a series of end orders. It says that a child will reach 6 years of age on or after October 1st, but before December 31st, may be admitted to first grade for the upcoming school year if he or she, A, has completed kindergarten program equivalent to an Old Bridge kindergarten program, equivalence of which shall be determined by the administration upon review of the program, and it currently reads, and/or is recommended for advancement by his kindergarten teacher based upon academic social readiness, and/or successfully undergoes a first grade skills readiness assessment through easy CBM, which we administer. I don't have a problem with the second end door. It's the first end door that should just be an end, because I have a parent reaching out to me trying to use the policy that says with that second or that you don't have to go to kindergarten. Well, it says and or, so my child never went to kindergarten, but they're going to be within that age bracket. Can you just test them? And that wasn't the intent of the policy. We want you to first successfully complete kindergarten before we place you in first grade. And so we're going to ask the board to approve it, eliminating the first or. So you completed kindergarten, and the kindergarten teacher provides a recommendation. And the last part is and or you take the easy CBM test. So as an example of that, I have 2 parents right now moving here from Staten Island. They have children who've completed kindergarten within a public school on Staten Island in the public school system, and they have letters of recommendation from their teachers. I have no reason to believe they're not ready for first grade based upon that, so I would use my executive power to waive the easy CBM test using the or. I don't need that because they've successfully met the first 2. If I had a parent come to me and say that my child went to the Bears Cares kindergarten program in Greater Vermont, and I'm not really going to get up there to assess the program, but they do have the letter from the kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Ratcliffe in Vermont, and I can call her and talk to her, but I really don't know much about the program. I may at that point say, okay, well, let's see how your child does on easy CBM assessment of readiness prior to putting the child into first grade. And that was the intent of it. It never was the intent that people would come in and say, well, we never went to kindergarten, but we're ready for first grade, just because we'd like you to administer a test to them. We don't have the letter, we don't have the first grade, but the last "or" says to them, well, you can just skip the first two and go right to a test. And that's not the intent of it. We want to make sure our children have experienced the kindergarten experience and are socially and emotionally ready to be in first grade. Any questions?
Makes sense.
Any questions from the public?
Okay. Curriculum, professional development. Item 1 through 5. Questions or comments? So we'll move on to athletics. Item 1. Finance, I need a motion to move items 1 and 2, please.
Move it. Second.
Any discussion? No? Okay, roll call, please.
Singh,
Yes.
Solakowski.
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Prima,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Alice Foster,
Yes.
Glenn,
Yes.
Callie,
Yes.
resolution passed.
Thank you. Still under finance, things we'll have next week, items 3 through 17. Moving on to non-certificated personnel office.
I have a question, please. Can somebody just explain number 3, is the same person, same class, everything the same?
The salary on the agenda in June was listed as Class B, but it was reflecting Class C salary. So the number was incorrect.
Okay. But why is it there twice?
It's the second number.
Same name, same class, 2 different.
I think just because we always put on the 2 amounts, that must be the 5,000 is the longevity. So the salary was what was incorrect, it was the 42,000 and it should have been 41,000, so we just put the line on together so that there's no confusion that because payroll will look at the agenda and if that stipend, not stipend, the longevity isn't there, then it might take it off. So keep it together.
And we have 1 retirement, so Mr. Solakowski.
Yes, I will take
Will
it.
speak to that. We're good?
Yep.
Okay. We don't have anything under non-certificated personnel operational, so non-certificated personnel other. It's long, it's a lot going on, it's very long.
And I'm assuming there's warnings just in case something comes up, so they may or may not have stuff on.
Correct.
So we've got items 1 through 18. And then quite a few letters under. Does anybody have any questions or comments? comments? Very good. Moving on to certificated personnel, need a motion please to move items 1 and 2.
I will make a motion moving the personnel items from the 2, Madam President.
Thank you. Second, please. I'll second. Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, roll call please.
Singh,
Yes.
Sodakowski.
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Freeman,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Alice Foster,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Callie,
Yes.
resolution is approved.
Okay, and then we will add, oh, Lady Liberty is retired. Wow. Sorry, still flipping.
We're going to introduce the other parts here. Certified personnel, and we have, where are they?
Or under other.
Yes.
No, where are the certified personnel?
I do wanna just make a correction on number 8, G, it should reflect the position McDivitt Elementary Grade 3. Which was already corrected, but not in the
Okay, President is accountant. 8G? 8G. Do you want to give me a hint? Oh, here we are, 33. So, we will have items 3 through 33 next week.
And there's additional motions that we'll be adding that we wanna discuss now. You want me to hand those out?
Sure. You can, just get the directions here, the board.
So one is
This
the.
2015 organizational chart.
Madam President, before we move forward, I just want to take a step back from number 2 that was just approved. I just want to thank the administration for hiring an RN to fill the position instead of a certified nurse, for being very cost conscious. Very appreciated.
Okay, we might be smart, we'll print it out.
I don't, we have 3, we're good here. Right? We're good.
We got it.
We're good. Does everybody have one? I have one.
All right, and you'll see if 2015 says 2015 in the left corner. The one that we were proposing to present to for board approval next week doesn't have any date in the corner because it hasn't been approved yet.
So there's the one that says 2015 is the current one, and the one without a number on it is a revision.
So everyone knows that after the reduction of state aid last year, we had some retirements, some movements, some resignations that we did not fill on the administrative cabinet. That's reflected in the organizational chart. So all we are asking the board to do now, so we can effectively maintain our organizational management chart and our line of authority, is to make these modifications. They come with no additional monies at this time. Obviously, one, we're not in negotiation point at the moment, and but additional responsibilities as we're merging positions and maintaining a position but adding responsibilities to it. So 2015, we had an executive director of academics, an executive director of special services. We only have one of those positions now, the executive director of special services, so that he may maintain his supervision over the supervisors in that department. The title changes to executive director of educational programs because it's both special services and regular education. And there are only other changes there because of the personal relationship at the bottom. The intervention services supervisor will be in the direct evaluation of assistant superintendent of schools, but work in communication with the rest of the supervisors and the executive director of special services. The other change you might see is in the center of the page, under the directors, we no longer have a technology director. That oversight comes through my office under technology. So we're at this point removing from the organizational management chart the technology director. Does everyone understand the need or have any questions?
So the technology department is going to be run under you. And I assume that the same players are still gonna be, you know, doing their thing, what they do, just without that one.
So there may be layers where they go through Dr. Hoker, for personnel issues and so forth of that nature, but in the oversight of the technology and applications, it'll rest with me.
The manager was taken out from the 15 chart too, which had a head for that.
Yes, that was another position, that's true. We'll look to the left, we have manager of technology services. We did not replace that position a few years ago, and we had cost savings on that as well. That position for that position. So we took that out of the 2019 proposed organizational charges for you, so it's a reduction of 3 positions on both.
Am I not seeing something here which is quite possible? So technology is now here, but that's it.
But the people within that department aren't in the administrative management chart, so they fall under operational support staff.
Okay, okay.
Got it?
Bottom.
Oh, okay.
Bottom.
And some of them, like the
Oh, okay, I got it, all right.
technology integration, fall under all instructional educational support staff, so they're over there. They still flow through a few layers of technology down
Didn't we forget our advisor, council?
Not part of the district. I'm not part of the district, I don't go in the organization chart.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Some of the old ones, you were on there, not you, but, council, whoever was the board. Okay.
She's like, I'm not gonna do it.
He doesn't want to be an employee.
Just to get started.
Okay, does anybody have any other questions?
So, just to piggyback on that, because it does require that merging of responsibilities and just renaming the position, there is an additional job description for Director of Social Services, and now becomes Executive Director of Educational Programs. In the yellow is the highlighted strikes and changes, what it was and what it is. Proposed to be. So,
Are there others?
questions? Can we, again, this, for your review, you're not taking action on tonight, if you want to, it's a long document, if you want to peruse it, ask any questions of myself or Kathy during the course of the week, before the board meeting, that would be preferable. We'll go from there.
And then we'll add the motions with the approval of the organizational chart and job description.
There was some discussion about the organizational chart, putting numbers in, where, how many people we have in each area. Some are self-reflective, there's one supervisor, but under the support staff, the instructional number of teachers, we don't want to put this because it's a document that lives on the web, but and it's always going to change as time changes, and we modify our number of staff depending on the needs of our students every year. So we didn't want to put that as a fixed number on the document that sits on the web. So we'll provide you with that. I know there's some have wanted said they wanted to do a comparison. I challenge anyone to do a comparison of our organizational chart as to organizational charts of districts of our size. We are the thinnest out there. That's when I looked at, when I was doing this and I was looking at them. We are running very thin in these departments where many districts of our size have 2 or 3 assistant superintendents and at least the same number of supervisors as possible.
But can you just, will you, and I'm just out of curiosity, can you say that, I mean, I understand you take it on the back because it gets changes, but would you be able to say, this is what was in the numbers in 2015 versus now?
Yes. Oh, right now?
I mean, can you go? I mean, you can have it for next week if you want. Yeah, thank you, just curious.
Yeah, when we want it next week, I'll provide you with it.
Fiscal responsibility.
And I think, with those numbers you're seeing on the management chart, our staff, the way our staff has been from top to bottom, reduced because of financial needs, and I'm sure you all saw that our ranking on niche.com was 54, our highest and 5th in the county, and comparing us to districts in the county that number 1 was Cranberry. Top, K-8 district, not even the same amount.
We've moved up every year, if I remember correctly.
Yes, we have.
Put that out here in your superintendent's report.
Yes.
We were in triple digits.
126. You were 200 and something at one point.
We were in the bottom third.
Yeah.
So it's a testament of everyone's hard work. We're not doing good enough.
Yeah.
I'll be a good teacher.
I know.
All right.
Okay, moving on. Non-certificated personnel transportation, items 1 through 3. I'm going to move on to supplies, equipment, and services, items 1 through 9. Anybody?
It may not fall under here, but, it might be part of your superintendent's thing. Will there be an update on, the activity this summer?
Yes.
Around for the, I know there's a lot of stuff going on with the, energy savings and, all of the things.
In the end, end of the summer, we report and wrap up from facilities to programs.
Yeah, it'd be nice to, and everything be done, or will some stuff still go on during the school year?
Of course, there'll always be stuff going on.
Well, no, I mean, like on the buildings.
Not me.
That will continue through December.
Okay, okay.
Gonna give a report on whatever that thing was, that nobody knew what it was.
Crane?
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I know. Okay, transportation, items 1 through 5. Anybody? Miscellaneous, items 1 through 8.
On item number 1, The board meetings in October were originally scheduled for the 8th and 15th, but October 9th is one before, so we changed that to the 15th, and the following week, 22nd, the entire board is tied up with the convention, so we'll have 2 weeks before.
I think you can manage.
I don't expect it.
And a present.
Kelly went all the way to Atlantic City on her birthday, she just got a cupcake, so.
Wait a second, we
Can't
can't
look
have
any
a
larger
vegan
than
cake
that.
here, I'm sorry.
Yes, you can.
No, we can't.
A vegan cake,
We got a
please, yes.
vegan cupcake.
I have.
Yeah, we'll bring one vegan cupcake.
Okay.
Rich Livermore's 270. Guys are most.
All right, anything else on items 1 through 8? We have nothing on the board secretary or business. So we're gonna move on to hearing of the residents on any school district issue. Hello.
Hello, my name is Nora Schmitz. For anybody who doesn't know me, I'm the executive director of the Alumni Path Foundation. And I heard a rumor that perhaps there was some shortage of funds in the district for some of the extracurricular activities for the students. It is the Alumni Path policy that we raise money and give it to the student athletic and performing arts programs at the high school. With the board's assistance, we would like to enact, and we will be enacting, 3 fundraisers this year. And we would like your support for those 3. One of them is the Flamingo Flocks. We'll be back again
Oh, I'm so excited.
in October and November. So we will be doing our flamingo flocking, so if anybody is, if the district is willing, we'll be able to put some postings up about flocking your friends. We're gonna stay in kind of control this year instead of allowing it to get a little bit more out of hand with some of the students that it got into, so the grown-ups are gonna be running the flocks again. So we get to play hide and seek with the flamingos all over again. So that's the first one. The second one is we're going to, again, with the board's permission, we would like to run the bricks again. For the football field, we'd like to go out and, you know, really start publicizing to get another run through. Perhaps put them in next year over in the summer, and we can set a date and go through that. And then the last one is we have an alumni of Old Bridge, not Old Bridge High School, but an alumni of Old Bridge that is part of the Miami Dolphins football team. We have secured tickets for that event. The Jets are playing the Miami Dolphins on December 8th. So we're going to be doing, we're working with the Jets. No, unfortunately, well, wait. They're doing that in November, and if we wanted to, we could, but I'm not paying for flights. But we do have tickets to the Jets-Dolphins game, so we'll be selling those. We're working with the Jets to get that done. We contacted Dolphins. Dolphins are working with us as well, so we have some special things going on for that game. Currently, we have 50 tickets. So if we're going to be raising money through that, and we'll be, again, that goes back. Everything we do, since we're all volunteers, nobody in our organization is paid. We have absolutely very little overhead. I'd say I think it's $200 a year. So everything we earn, we give back. A lot of the programs have received our grants over the time. Mr. Mayor, I appreciate you making sure that that money goes to those as we send them to you. So thank you very much. Our requirements to those organizations, we get the request, we get the receipts, and we give money. That's what we do. So we're like the great fairy godmothers. So this year, like I said, we're working on these 3 specifically this year to get a bunch of extra money in there so that we can do what we have to do to help wherever we can. So with the board's assistance and any feedback, I greatly appreciate it.
Nora, thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you.
Can I say 2 things?
And, wait,
Okay.
sorry. You first.
I was speaking casually with Nora earlier. Since it is arts and athletics, at my last athletics meeting last year, one parent was expressing grave concern about the safety of the, what was it, field hockey or the court, I don't remember, BOE equipment? You remember?
Oh,
I think it was field hockey.
Yeah.
Apparently, the field hockey goalie equipment is in total disarray, and they could use new equipment. Could I have Mr. Domino contact you?
Of course.
Okay. And number two, Nora was talking about the bricks. Again, casually we were speaking, it was brought to my attention that a lot of the bricks are sinking at Lombardi Field. If you walk up the pathway, they're like a good 2 inches lower than they used to be. Nora said that's up to our landscaping.
Yeah, it was my understanding, and because of the way that the construction is on the facility itself, the way that the landscaper and the insurance and everything runs on that particular location, all it is they reset in a sand base, so they just pull up the caulking around it, put the new sand back, and then reset it.
Is that something you
I'll
could?
have this is the first time hearing about it, so I'll have Megan speak.
Yeah, and if I can give you the information that they had provided us at the time, because of the way that it was situated on the
We have a time and materials bid with the landscaper who does the bricks, he'll be able to.
Okay, yeah.
Great.
Cool.
Okay, or if there's anything that you need from us as a board.
Oh, don't make that offer. Be careful, I have no shame, just remember that. Just
Let me rephrase that.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Information you'd like disseminated to the rest of the board, let me know.
all right,
You know how to get in touch with me.
okay, that was my next question. Who do I reach out to? What is the level? Where do I start? Okay, you'll be hearing from. That's a threat, promise, take it either way.
I'll take it as a promise, I'm not threatening.
Okay, good.
Okay. Anybody else here in residence on any school? Yes, I can't see. Okay.
It's just me.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Not an issue, but I just wanted to go over something that SEPTA is doing this year. I'm just going to read this really quick. So we're doing a flexible seating and standing desk initiative, which is a lot of teachers had asked for flexible seating for their classrooms. So the Special Education PTA of Old Bridge is proud to announce our flexible seating and standing desk initiative. Our goal through fundraising and donations is to provide desk risers and wobble stools to allow students to find comfortable positions throughout the classroom and provide a calm, focused, and productive learning environment for all learners. So we have 2 items that we're purchasing with our fundraising money from last year. We started with these 2 items. We already had one delivered today to Diane's house, big pallet. So we met with Dr. Tui, and we're going to decide how, he had 4 classes in mind for the first wave, and then the second wave is going to be the wobble stools. We have butterfly chairs and a lot of other different kind of seating that the teachers are looking for. So any fundraising thing you see for SEPTA this year, please come and join us. It's all going to the initiative. Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, guys. Okay, anybody else? Yes.
I just have a question, maybe more for Dr. Tui. I didn't know if I didn't see it in here about the BCBA. Was someone,
transfer in there, yeah.
was it in here?
I don't know, I'd have to take a look at it.
I didn't see. Did anyone see that a BCBA transfer name in here? I didn't see.
Right now, Mrs. Miliani, she was a preschool teacher, is gonna take that position for September.
Oh, okay. I didn't, because I didn't know if it was in here or not.
It's on, I think it's one of the attachments.
I believe it's one of the attachments because it's a transfer.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, so we're gonna close that portion of the meeting. Old business? New business? And we are going to go into executive session. We are, we're going, I'm sorry, we're going into executive session
For attorney-client privilege and property issues, board of self-evaluation, and some property dispositions.
and we will not, exactly, so, oh, executive. I need a motion to go into closed session.